Okay, today our topic is on the substring. So, what is a substring, and we will see what is the purpose of it. So, substring means it is just a part of a string, right? So, we have a string and a substring. They are the two different topic. So, substring means it is just a part of a string. For example, in hello we can print the original length and also HELELLO. So from 1 2 3 4 5 we can calculate up to, we can print up to 6 substring. Whereas a string means, in C, string is an array of a character ending with a special character which is a null character to mark the end for a string. And in string we can print the full length of a string, full length of a word. But in substring we can print the original length and also the length of HELLLO, like this in a substring, right? So these are the two different topics. Okay, let's begin our substring. So in substring we will write I is our always will be starting, and will end with the number, and then we'll increment it. For example, we can see also, we have seen the example here. Now the start will always be a starting index of a substring, and end will be the ending index, right? So in nested loop hierarchy, so we have this in simple form and in nested loops hierarchy. In nested loop hierarchy we have outer loop, middle loop and inner loop. And outer loop is our starting index, middle loop is our ending index, and inner loop is our print index. So similarly, let's see the string layout. So in string layout we have, so let's not be confused between the string and substring. So we have an example, and I also make the layout of it. So the string layout we have here is ABC. So this is our character, and 0 1 2, this is our index. So if I print string 0, then it is going to print the A. And if I am going to print string 1, then it's going to print string B. 2 means C. So this is how this the string is going to print, right? Whereas substring, in where we can see a substring can be printed by substring I is equal to 0 start. So this is our index and this is our character. Here I have make the full layout. So if j is equal to 0, then the substring will be our string 0 means A. Now here j is equal to 1, string will be 0 1 AB. If j is equal to 2, then substring, our string will be 0 1 2, which will be ABC, right? So we have 3. We have a full length, and including full length we have of other length as well, right? So that is a substring. So if I is equal to 0, then j is equal to 0 A 0. If I is equal to 0, j is equal to 1 means B. If I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 2, then A B C is going to print. So we have altogether 3 substring. Not, we have original length, we have the length as well of the original length. So if I is equal to 1, it is going to print B, B, C. If I is equal to 2, then it is going to print only the last part, C. It is not going to repeat it. So yeah, so all substring we can see A, B, A, B, C, B, B, C, C. So here these are our substring and how we can do it in a programming as well. So here you are. Here outer loop means I. So in outer loop it will gonna start our index, middle loop means j, so it is going to end our index, and inner loop means k, which is going to print our I and j, right? We will see this example in our VS terminal. Now here we have seen that why substring are used. So substring are used for checking, searching, comparison, right? So for many reasons. So basically string means what? It is a full text whereas substring means a part of that text. It is going to print the length and also the original length. So this is how we can see we have understood the example and how it works, the substring. Now we will see into the VS Terminal. Okay, let's see our string example first of all, and then we will do our substring example just to have a comparison between them. Let's declare our variable. Here we write a character because we are going to print our string, so that's why we are writing a character, and then char. Here we are our string. I'm not going to write a string size. I will let the compiler decide it. So string is equal to, I will say I want to print the hello. Okay, now what else we can do is I'm going to declare a I, and as well as I'm going to say that character and is equal to, I want to print the length of a string. That's why string length, and then here you are string length, and here string, right? Now we are going to use the loop. So for I index is going to start from 0, then I is less than n, and then I plus plus. So it's going to print the full length. So we are going to print f, and then here we are going to declare the data type, which will be C, and yeah, now we are going to print the string I. So this is how we are going to print the full length of a string. So as we can see in our terminal, so it's print the full length hello, right? Now we will see our next example, substring, and also we will see by debugging it how it's working, so it's easy for us to understand the string as well. Okay, we will start our string. Here we are. First of all, we have our string, which is a hello, and then the loop, and we can see our character n is equal to string. It is our, I'm declaring n is equal to the length of a string. So yeah, and then it will go into our loop, and now it's time for printing the full length. So first of all, it is going to print 0, then 1. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 4 index, right? And we have last at 5 index, which is our backslash 0, which is basically to end the string. So here we are 1, it is going to print H, E, now it's going to print L, then it's going to print again L, now at last it's going to print O, then it will check into the 5, and then it will end, it will come out of the loop, and then it will end our code, and it will print the hello. So this is how our string work. Now let's see our substring example. Okay, let's see our substring example step by step. Here we are. First of all, character array. I'm not going to write the array size and let the compiler decide itself, and ABC. Now I'm going to write the int and declare the first index, last index, and k is for printing both, and then after int I'm going to declare the length as well. So string length, which will be our array, right? Now I'm going to print it. So for printing I'm writing a string is, let's say yeah, percentage s. Now here we are. Now we'll go into the loop. First index will be 0, then I is less than n, then I plus plus. Now we are going to print our last index, end of the index, so which will be a j is equal to 0. Let's say I, because it's going to start with the I, and then j is less than what, it's going to be less than n, then j plus plus. Now we are going to print both of them. So for k will be starting from I, and k is less than or equal to, because I want to print the end of the index as well, that's why is equal to is very important, is equal to j, and that's another k plus plus. Now we are going to print. Okay, so separating our data type, then we will print the k. Right now we are okay, I want to print it into the next line, so for that reason backslash n. Now let's see if it's going to give us a result or not. So you can see AB, ABC, C, BC, C. So it give us an example, right? Right. Now let's debug our result. Okay. So debug is very important to understand step by step. Okay, let's see our first loop, which is I is equal to 0, and j is going to be our j is equal to I, so that is going to also j is equal to 0, so it's going to print a, right? Now it's going to go into the second. Okay, so it is going to be second, so I is equal to 1, then j is equal to 1, then it's going to print as well. Now if it's going to be, yes, 2, now again it's going to go into the 2, then k is going to be 0, 1, 2, it's going to print 3 times. Again it's going to go into 3, now it's going to go end the line, and then it will go into 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Right now I becomes 1. Now it's going to print again 0, okay, 1, and end the line, again go to the j, again it's going to go 2. Now k is going to print 1, 2, again it will go into j, and it's going to print the 3, right? Again go into 3, 2. So basically it's going to change however we have learned. This is going to change in that way. If I is equal to 2, it's going to be j is also going to be 2, so j is also starting from 2, right? 2, and so basically it is going to happen like this. So at last it's going to print our ABC. So this is how the substring works.